Today we're going to take you and show you the Katy Trail. The Katy Trail is the country's longest rail-to-trail conversion. So what that means is it's a trail that used to be a railroad bed that was purchased by the state using a federal program that allowed the states to buy old railroad beds that were no longer used and convert them to usable trails for consumers and people like us. It's a state park. It's 240 miles and it runs from Machin's, Missouri, which is up by St. Charles, over by St. Louis, all the way to Clinton, Missouri. So it kind of runs east-west across the state of Missouri for 240 miles. It's a limestone bed trail, really nice actually, that runs relatively parallel to the Missouri River. So you get some nice views, not lots of small towns along the way. We're going to take you to a town called Rocheport, Missouri. Rocheport is a small community. We would call it a bedroom community. They have bed and breakfasts there, little local bike shop, little restaurants, and it's right on the trail and right there on the Missouri River. The cool thing about this community is it's just really quaint and kind of holds some charm, I think. So we're going to show you a little bit about that, show you the trail. There's also a really cool railroad tunnel there that's neat to see. So we're going to take you and show you a little bit of that. See if you like it. So you can see this is Machin's, Missouri right here, and over here is St. Louis, and this is the Missouri River. So this kind of follows the Missouri River all the way around until you get to here in Boonville where it crosses, and then it kind of goes off on its own to all the way to Clinton, Missouri. So 240 miles, quite a trek really, but it's a really nice trail. We're going to show you a little bit of that. So the Katy Trail gets about 400,000 unique visitors every year, it's estimated. And for Missouri, the economic impact is about 18 million a year. So while that's not a tremendous amount of money, it means a lot to the small communities like Rocheport, who have been able to build a small bed and breakfast community, really, where people can stop and stay and have good foods. And people do travel from our main town of Columbia out here to eat and do some things as well. It's only about 8 or 10 miles total, but people do travel out here also to take advantage of what they've got to offer. But if you've not had an opportunity to ever bike on the Katy Trail, you should give it a shot. It's a really wonderful trail with a lot of towns and services along the path. 240 miles, as I said, and mostly flat. Very little grade, because the beauty of rail trails is the fact that the railroads weren't able to really take on steep grades, so they were forced to make these rail beds relatively level. So there'll be small incline, but nothing at all that most anyone could handle. A lot of bicycles, a few people who hike and or walk, but they do have bathrooms and water stops along the way. There's a great website that can give you some information. So if you ever have interest, check that out. You can Google that very easily. So I hope you had a good time with this. I hope that we showed you a little bit about Rocheport, Missouri and the Katy Trail. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.